Greetings, Hatepu, Ankh Ucha Seneb. This is your brother, Kepra, hitting you back up once again with a brief description of the Netzeru. This time, we're going to be talking about Heru. Heru, who is the son of Asar and Oset. But first, I'd like to give thanks and praise to my elders, teachers, and guides, not only those who are here in the world, but also those on the other side. Heru is the son of Osir and Aset. He is often depicted with the head of a peregrine falcon. This bird is a very dangerous predator, as well as having extraordinary eyesight. Heru has the head of the peregrine falcon, and sometimes he is the peregrine falcon itself. This falcon represents the king that rises above to overcome all challenges. Heru means he, which is above. It is where we get the word hero, and it also appears to be where we get the word hour. And like his grandfather Ra, Heru has been identified with the sun. Heru represents that aspect of nature that thrives and overcomes due to his very will to survive. The king embodies Heru to the fullest and must show and prove that he can establish and maintain order for the whole civilization. The king is the embodiment of Heru. Heru within us eventually must grow up, where he must face his uncle Set to avenge the wrongs done to his mother and his father. This story suggests that Heru had many run-ins with his uncle, who betrayed and murdered his father and violated his mother. They always came to a stalemate when Heru and Set would fight. Heru was not able to defeat his uncle without the help of his great-uncle Tahuti, also known as Thoth. The story also tells us that Set destroys one of Heru's eyes, causing him to be blind, but eventually Heru destroys Set's testicles. Hence, Heru represents the willpower of humanity. It is the thriving force of the king. Heru means the one who is above, for he is the one who overcomes and rules after he defeats his uncle in court. Heru earned the right to wear the red and white crown of Upper and Lower Kemet. He became known as Heru Samai Tawi, the unifier of the two lands. Before, when Heru possessed the red crown, representing passion, he would be defeated or stalemated because he tried to play the game of his wicked uncle. Asar had the white elongated crown because it represented him being enlightened. When Heru earned the right to wear the white crown, he was still the warrior king, only this time more balanced. Therefore, humanity must become like Osir, Oset, and Heru, working in unison. We see the reflection of both Osir and Heru in the star constellation Orion. Hence, the father and the son acting as one. Sounds familiar? With the eye of the hawk, Heru can see beyond all falsehood. One must have the all-seeing eye of the hawk to be considered an effective ruler, or they will be incompetent. That would spell the death of the civilization. To lead civilization, one must have had the vitality of the sun, and therefore Heru represented vitality with the power of the sun transferred to him from his mother Oset, who received this power directly from Ra, the spirit of the sun. Hence, Heru has the same power of his grandfather, the sun, working through him, and in so many ways, he is an incarnation of both his father and his grandfather, as you are an incarnation of your father and grandfather, your mother and grandmother. However, it is said that even though Heru had the solar power of Ra, it was his very own grandfather who doubted him, believing that he was too young to lead. So Ra actually vouched for Set, the very one who murdered Heru's father. Because of this unfavorable decision, the other Neteru spoke harshly to Ra. Feeling disrespected, he decided to leave the scene of the Neteru and lay down in the desert. And it was Heteru that danced for him to encourage him to come back. Without Ra, all life would end, because there would be no form of the sun. The pyramid text utterance 30 says, O Heru, who is Osir the king, you are provided the eye of Heru. Take it. This was another quickie. The whole idea is each and every one of us having in a Heru and in a willpower. One who becomes the ruler and dominates our own lower nature so we can rise above to a higher plane of existence. Having the head of the hawk, we're blessed with the ability to see far. A hawk's eyes are so keen that they can be flying and soaring through the clouds and see a beetle running through the fields. Hence the eye of Heru being able to see past the veil of illusion, and it is also a symbol representing a mathematical formula. We'll get into this one day, sisters and brothers. We're going to wrap it up for now, but we'll talk soon on some more brief descriptions of the Neteru. Until then, Uncle Chasaneb, Hatem.